Hey guys, this is GWA Network here, and I'm your host, Curtis Smith. And today, I'm on part 40 of the Home Gym series. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to continue on constructing the cardio room. The specs of the Xbox Series X, like in full detail, will probably be revealed, like exact specs, will probably be revealed before E3 2020. Before E3 2020. One thing I'm noticing is that my hair is growing back thicker now. Instead, just peach fuzz. It's starting to become actual hair now. And with now, I do look kind of weird with a bald head, but that's okay. At least hair grows back. And if I ended up developing cancer and I had to go through chemotherapy, and I see my hair falling out, I'd probably have to shave my head. Because chemotherapy is known for making your hair fall out. ended up having alopecia all over my body, yes, including eyebrows, I'd probably have to shave my entire body from head to toe to hide it. Yes, including the eyebrows. And if my hair was really long and someone thought it was a good idea to put Nair in my shampoo, and I ended up using that Nair thinking it was shampoo, I noticed my scalp was burning, I'd probably have to shave my head again. Kind of like that former prank couple. What kind of drove me into shaving my head? I was kind of curious about what a skinny guy with a bald head would look like on me. Kind of like with Daddy Longneck. Once the male pattern baldness gets really bad for me, that's when I'm probably going to have to shave my head almost every single day. Especially when it gets really bad. Michael, the main reason why I shaved my head recently, I'm doing this to support people who are going through hair loss, whether it be children who are experiencing hair loss, whether it be due to chemotherapy, or those who are suffering radiation sickness. I did this in solidarity to those who are suffering from hair loss, whether it be from chemotherapy, or radiation sickness, or severe diabetes. Because diabetes is also known for making your hair fall out. Now, I used to be a diabetic. I used to be a diabetic. I don't have diabetes anymore. And hair does grow back, actually. I look kind of like Steve-O from Jackass, with that buzz cut. Jackass 4 will probably be released in 2021. Albeit without Ryan Dunn. Because he is 6 feet under. My goal now is to grow my hair back out so I could shave it off again. Just to shave it off again. Skinny guy, bald head? Basically kind of like Steve-O. That's kind of like the Steve-O look. from jackass number 2. Hair does grow back. No, I did not shave my head due to head lice. I shaved my head to support people who are going through hair loss. Those with the radiation sickness are not only at a greater risk of developing cancer in their lifetime, but they're also they're probably at a greater risk of developing Alzheimer's. Because ionizing radiation tends to fuck up the proteins in your brain. And also fuck up the myelin, the protective layer that protects the wiring around the neurons that connects the neurons. Radiation sickness is lifelong. Once you have it, you can't. Once you have it, you're gonna have it for the rest of your life. Like, if you get exposed to too much radiation in a short period of time. Even if you do survive to elderly, you're still gonna have the effects of radiation sickness. It's lifelong. One reason to go against the use of nuclear weapons? It's bad for the environment. Plus, you're potentially killing millions of innocent people when you drop bombs like that. Who didn't do anything wrong. I do feel bad for the civilians who got killed by the atomic bomb. But I do feel bad for the residents of Hiroshima and Nagasaki who died as a result of the atomic bombs being dropped. I do feel bad for them. I kind of do. I do feel bad for those people who. Yeah, it was back in 1945. If I would have been president then, I would have avoided using nukes. I would have scrapped the idea of using nuclear weapons. I would have scrapped that. Because of the negative impact on the environment. Nuclear weapons are really bad for the environment. With the nuclear weapons, plug in my headphones. Like, charge them up. They're wireless headphones, by the way. So I had to charge them up. When the baldness gets really bad for, like, kind of like my grandpa, that's when I'm probably going to shave my head completely, like, almost every single day. If you're going to donate your hair for those with cancer, you gotta let your hair sit for about 2 weeks to make sure it's not infested with lice. Like, it's just a safety, it's just a precautionary measure. Safety precaution. Because you don't want to infest cancer patients with lice. You do not want to do that. So it's best to just let the hair sit for about 2 weeks. Once my hair grows back, long enough again, I'm probably going to donate my hair again. Since my hair is pretty short, I don't have to worry about using shampoo for a while. Like, as much. Not to grow my hair back out. So I can help another cancer patient in a couple years. If you want to get massive muscle, if you want to get big muscles, like, want to be huge like those Olympia class bodybuilders, not only you gotta train hard, but you gotta eat right, sleep well, and recover. Recover so you can come back stronger than before. Like, I mean, eat a lot of carbs and protein. And chemotherapy is known for making your hair fall out. I had a schoolmate who, that was when I was in 4th grade. I had a schoolmate who had cancer. And 2 years later, he died as a result of the cancer. He had to go through chemotherapy, which meant he lost all his hair. But you know, there's a similar case which involved my teacher's niece. Yet she unlike the 4th grader who ended up dying 2 years later, like when he was in 6th grade, it was my math teacher whose niece had cancer. Yet she survived. Cancer is a horrible disease. Yet, about 1 in 3 of us will develop cancer at some point in our life. And there's only so much you can do to reduce your risk. Because the biggest factor behind cancer are the risk factors that are beyond our control. Those mistakes that our bodies make when dividing cells that can cause cancer can also lead to birth defects. It doesn't just lead to cancer. If the mistake was made before birth, that could lead to a birth defect. The most common birth defect that is one of the most well-known birth defects are caused by mistakes in cellular division is Down syndrome, also known as trisomy 21. Trisomy 21 is also known as Down syndrome. Now, aborting a pregnancy simply because the fetus has Down syndrome, that's discrimination against those who are disabled. What the world needs is a balance between primitive and modern lifestyle. Like the best, what we need is the best of both. If we live because what we need is the most effective methods of pest control. Because modern pesticides ultimately will fail us. This is because of something called natural selection. Bacteriophages are the most primitive way of treating bacterial infections, but yet they're also the most effective. Because bacteriophages can evolve to overcome phage resistance. Because viruses, they are a type of virus. bacteriophages are viruses that infect bacteria. How would female recruits like it if their heads got shaved in basic training? Because guys have to go through that. What if women had to have their heads shaved too? My head shape's not perfect for a buzz cut, but that's okay. But that's okay. But that's okay, because I do have a weird head shape, like, weird head shape for a buzz cut, but that's okay. Not all people shave their heads because of head lice. In fact, some people do it to hide the fact that they are going bald. The warning sign that you're gonna go bald like you're in the early stages of going bald is an uneven looking hairline. That's actually a warning sign that you're about to go, like you're starting to go bald. Like, especially with male pattern baldness. About 2 in 3 men will suffer from male pattern baldness at some point in their lifetime. About 2/3 of all men will suffer some form of baldness, like male pattern baldness, at some point in their lifetime. The maximum length your hair can grow is kind of restricted by your genetics. There's kind of a good reason for that, why your hair length is kind of restricted by your genetics. Because if it gets too long, you could actually trip on it. Trip on your own hair. The reason why parents often use guide combs when they buzz children's hair instead of just removing the guide comb altogether is because children are, like, as you get older, like, because children are very sensitive to the sun compared to adults. Children are often more sensitive to the sun. I was still in, in 12th grade, my hair was really long. But now I shaved it off, because I wanted to show support to those who are suffering from hair loss. Because children kind of need their hair to protect their scalp from... Because children are quite vulnerable compared to adults. Because, for one, and it's not just human children. The same thing goes with a lot of animals. And parents do everything they can to protect their children. And it's not just humans. Cattle are known to try to protect their calves, but in the dairy industry, calves are torn from their mothers. Shortly after birth, while the male calves, the bull calves, are sent off to the wheel industry, like the veal industry, while the female calves are sent off to other dairy farms. This is just cruel. And as always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget to leave a like if you like this video, dislike if you disliked it, subscribe for more. As always, this is GWA Network signing off. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Until next time. Don't forget, and I encourage you to support me on Patreon if you want. If you really love my content. As always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Until next time. Bye.